Hello, everyone. Pat Zemer here with MagnaWave. Welcome to our MagnaWave office hours. We come to you on Tuesdays to answer any questions you may have about machines, training, PEMF in general, anything that you'd like to talk about with regard to PEMF, other devices, how to use them with PEMF and with MagnaWave, and all those types of topics. So we're here to be with you. We appreciate everyone being with us this morning. Emily's with us. Carly's with us. Maureen, Aaron, Jeff is with us. Northern Lights, Gwendola. Appreciate everyone being here. If you have a question, just put it in the chat box. It'll come up and I'll be able to answer it for you. If you'd like to give me a call, send a text to 502-599-9722, 502-599-9722, and I will give you a call back. If you do that, and we can have a conversation. I like to do conversations because we go a little deeper into the topics that we're discussing. We'll get your information and send you some gear from MagnaWave. So if you'd like to talk, give me a text, 502-599-9722. Good morning, Hazel's with us. Lacey's with us this morning. Wendy, Dion's with us. Sophia, Gwendola, I already said Gwendola, excuse me. And we're glad you guys are with us. So let's see if you have a question. Hi from Utah. She loves office hours. It's my favorite meeting of the week. Well, we're glad, Dion, and it's our favorite time also to be able to answer a lot of questions. Now today, Alane will be joining us at 12:30, and she'll be making some special announcements, new product she wants to show you that we're rolling out. So that'll take place at 12:30. She'll be joining us, so stick around for that. So also, if you have a question, simply put it in the chat box or give me a call, and I'd be happy to work on that answer for you. So one thing that maybe we can talk about just a little bit is the various power situations that you have with your devices. It's very important that everything you're using is grounded. And it's amazing that people would be in situations that maybe some of the outlets in their home or their barn are not grounded properly, and that can have an effect on the machine that causes it not to operate. So just always want to make sure that you've got good surge control, good wiring, and that everything is done accordingly. Because sometimes there are problems and people think, why isn't this working? And we do everything, send more machines and do more stuff, and then all of a sudden we find out, well, it was the wiring. That's not every case, but sometimes. So it's just very important to make sure that the wiring you're using is in good shape and it is a good signal and it is grounded. That's always very important. So just something a little bit there to kind of think about and talk about as we go forward. So again, if you have any questions, 502-599-9722, or simply put your question in the chat box. The chat box is working today. That's a good thing. For weeks, we've been having to do other situations as far as being able to see your questions that you're putting in, but now they're coming with us live right on StreamYard, just the way they're supposed to. Let's see here, some other comments. Let's see, no other questions, just a lot of folks being with us this morning. Let me jump over here and see if there might be something that we can have a look at in the Facebook group that maybe someone has talked about or would like to talk about. Let me go over here to the groups. Just takes just a second and I'll have it right up. Well, maybe it won't come right up. Here we go. Well, it's taking its time this morning coming up. Yep, everything's good there. So again, if you have a question, 502-599-9722, and we will have a look, answer your question, and be able to get to all the information that you're looking for. Okay, here we go. Here's a question. Some questions about getting liability insurance. Let's bring Wendy into the conversation, dealing with liability. Here we go. One ring-a-ding, two.
Hello.
Wendy, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. You have some questions.
Yes, I'm starting to get some customers right now, and I've been doing some demoing, but my biggest question is getting the insurance, and who should I be?
There are several companies that you can deal with for some of your liability insurance. I would call the office and ask for Teresa or Aaron. 502-742-7868. Chris will put that number up into the chat box. But they can tell you there are 2 or 3 companies that we've been working with over the years. I think we've just changed recently to go in a different direction with someone with some better coverage for the animal markets. And so that's certainly available to you there. But I just simply call the office, ask for Teresa or Aaron, and they will help you out with that.
Okay, so would the liability insurance for yourself be different than from the insurance you would get if you were working with animals?
Most of the companies cover animals and people. In some cases, depending, and each company is different, and you'll describe what your practice is, but they can write it for across the board. I know one company we worked with, we were in the, they had it for PEMF providers, and it covered people, small animals, and horses or large animals.
Okay, so you would have to get a different policy for
No, it's most time it's one policy that covers all.
Okay. Okay, well, I appreciate that, and I will be giving Aaron a call.
That'd be great. Send an email to support@MagnaWave PEMF. We'll send you some gear.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Wendy. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that's always a good area that we need to talk about is insurance. For years, I mean, for years, probably close to 10 years, there wasn't anything available. It was very difficult. And what we just went on, we had to hope that everything worked all right and had no problems. But now there are 3 or 4 different companies that can write liability. We have an umbrella policy that if you go to a trade show and they say you need to have insurance to be at this event, if you're at a show, not a trade show necessarily, but at a horse show or whatever you're doing, and the management asks for an insurance rider, we can provide that for you. Again, you just need to call the office, and in that case, talk to Lee, and we'll get you a certificate of insurance so that you're covered to meet all the requirements that someone may be requesting of you in order to exhibit or treat in their particular show or whatever it may be. Let's see. Here we go. Let me go back. Good morning. Yeah, there are some questions popping in now. That's a good thing. Let's see. Good morning. I have a young horse with the rhinovirus. She is on medication. She is coughing a lot. Do I treat her lungs or all of her? I would do both, but I would certainly treat the neck and the lungs more. But a good general overall body treatment would be very good. But I would certainly focus on the lungs and the throat area and all of that, and the head. I mean, you want to make sure there's good sinus movement, sinus, and everything dealing with the whole situation. So overall body health is important, but treat the area that they're utilizing for the medication. Great question. Hope everything works out okay. Rob's with us from Alberta. Jane, good morning from Rhode Island. Great. Let's see, I'm meeting with a day spa tomorrow to do demos on the massage therapist so I can collaborate with them. Any tips for me before I head there? Well, that's a very good question, and you're doing the right thing. There were many times in the beginning when I would go to talk to a veterinarian or a veterinarian practice, and I would treat the veterinarian so they could better understand what we're talking about, feel it, feel the results, because they're like anybody else. They've got sore shoulders, knees, backs, feet, ankles, whatever the thing may be. And so this was a way to demonstrate and show them what'll happen. What you want to talk about with the massage therapist is sometimes where their problems are in their hands, their wrists, depending on the type of massage they're providing, their back, if they're bending over a lot or something like that, then they have those types of issues as well as anybody who physically is working at a particular modality or a particular line of work. So treat their back, treat their knees, hips, whatever the place may be, and they will notice it. As we know, they'll notice a difference almost immediately, and they'll like that, and that's a way to get in. Your conversation is to what people sometimes just wrestle with is a massage therapist, for example, thinks, well, I give them massage, I make them feel good, I loosen them up, I do all this stuff, and then so I don't need that. Well, there's always that client that's just got that locked up area or that knotted up area that is so hard to get to. If you treat that area before you do the massage, quite often it loosens things up and allows you to be more receptive to the massage that you're receiving. So talk to them about the logic of using it. Many times people will come to them who are in pain and they want to have to get their pain relief, and the massage helps, again, loosen everything up, limber them up, get good circulation in the whole 9 yards. But there may be so much inflammation in their shoulder or a spot on their back that the massage really can't get to it effectively in the first treatment or in one treatment. Whereas if they do the massage and then you treat that area that's more pronounced, then all of a sudden everything that the massage has provided is enhanced, and the person actually gets a deeper sense of inflammation reduction and well-being, the sense of well-being that comes along with that. And so we want to certainly provide that. So you've got the pre-treatment release, you've got the post-treatment or post-massage inflammation, additional inflammation reduction process that you can provide. And it really just it extends the length of time, that the good time that you get from the massage. And I know a lot of massage therapists do people weekly or bi-weekly, whatever it is. But what they really want is for you to feel good between massages and to help you perform and do better between the massages as well. So those are the things that I would think about, how they can use it to enhance their massage and elongate or extend the results that people receive from their massage. And so it's always something to go there, but certainly the best part of that is to demo for them so they can feel it and understand it, and then that'll help them proceed. Don't be prepared that there are people that feel like that you're a competitor or that they're not going to need the massage if they use you, and that whole thing. That's a state of mind that they have to go through. Those are questions that they need to deal with. And so that just two people may be totally with you, two people may be thinking, I don't need this, and so on and so forth. Just be patient, treat them. They can come around, no problem. All right, let's see. I have a client. My goodness, a lot of questions coming through here today. Hello, Tim. Lacey's with us. Meeting with the day. Good. I know where I am now. So meeting with the day spa. Here we go. I'm sorry. Ended up, they're talking about who they went for their insurance, different places. It's in the chat box there. You can have a look at that from the insurance type situation. Has a client, let's see here, collective. I have a client that asked me about the difference between FSM magnetic converter versus our MagnaWave. From what I can determine, it is similar technology, different manufacturer, correct? How would you handle that question? They're interested in purchasing a tool. Should I bring Cameron into the discussion? Most certainly. If you're not totally aware or totally comfortable with the answers that you're going to provide for them, bring a product specialist in, bring Cameron into the discussion, because that other person on the other end of the line always adds a little more authority to what you're dealing with. FSM mechanic converter. Let me see if I can pull that up here to have a look at what that is. So I can, FSM magnetic converter. Here we go. Pulsed electromagnetic field. Let me pull it up. Okay, so it's I can't see, yes, it's very similar to what we have. I would have to do some more reading, but I will do that and be able to respond to you. It looks like to me that it may be a lower powered unit, but I can't tell that for certain at this point. It also has microcurrent, so there's other things that they're dealing with here. Well, I would look at, basically you want to see the strength. You want to get down into it and see what the Gauss levels are on the particular piece of equipment, how you want to use it. If some people do use microcurrent and TENS units in conjunction with our MagnaWave PMF therapy, and certainly this is a PMF therapy device. And so I will do some more research on that to be able to explain to you better. But certainly if it's a low powered device, how convenient is it? What's the price that your people are talking about spending? Do they have a budget? Is it something that is sufficient for them? Certainly, we're MagnaWave, so we talk about MagnaWave, use MagnaWave, but we just need to have a look at that and get a little deeper, which we will. Hope that helps. It's just a little hard for me you don't want to watch me sit here and read for 10 minutes while we're looking at this, but we'll check that out. Let's see, another comment. Sherry's with us. Hello from Austin. John. Hey, John, how are you? Let's see. That's all of the questions that we're having at this point. 12:16. So we got a few more minutes, and then Alane will be joining us for some announcements and some additional information about MagnaCon and so on and so forth. So if you have a question, simply put it in the chat box. I'll have a look at it and be able to give you an answer that you may be looking for. Oh, here we go. Let me get Michelle on the line here, giving us a call.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Great. You have a question?
Oh, that's so weird. I'm listening to you talk, but you're talking about something else.
Yes, there is a delay between the phone call and the broadcast. So turn your speakers down, and then you won't have that delay.
I've left the room. I was so disturbed.
Okay, I'll be right back. No.
So you got my question.
Let me have a look at it. Repeat it to me.
Okay. Just to elaborate a little bit more, I am on AOPP getting certified with them, and they have hyperlinks going to Dr. Pollack's, and it says that there's contraindications for immune disorders as well as breast implants, and I was wondering if you could elaborate a little.
Well, the breast implants, there has been some conversation from Dr. Pollack and folks talking about devices that emit signals in a 1,000 hertz range or a hertz range or higher, and we don't do that. Our hertz runs from 5 hertz basically to 50 or 60 hertz. So we're not in that higher range of hertz where Dr. Pollack has talked about that it can have an effect on the breast implants that have been used. And so there is some discussion there. It's always good if someone has implants and they want to be treated to talk to their doc and see what's going on and what it is. I know that people.
Is that all your machines that do not run in the 1,000 hertz?
That is correct. That is correct. We operate from 50 or 60 hertz down below, not that higher hertz that Dr. Pollack is talking about with the potentiality of questions or contraindications with the implants. With regard to the immune system, I can't say that I've ever heard of a contraindication relating directly to the immune system. I know that people's immune systems, how various things affect their body, how various things cause issues with them, and certainly with their immune system is, again, something that needs to be discussed. Would I say that you use a device and it is contraindicated to the immune system? No. Each individual is different, and so those things need to be addressed on a medical level when you're dealing with your clients.
Yeah, I mean, personally speaking, I've used it on people with immune suppressed diseases, but at the same time, they had no effects. And so I could only imagine that it's if they're on higher doses to keep their immune system suppressed, it would enhance the prescription drugs that they're on. But if they're on lower doses, maybe not.
Correct. I mean, and again, you're absolutely right. That is a situation to discuss with the doc what they're doing and how they're using something.
Now, when you say that your machines are, did you say 60 hertz on down? Is that what you said? Correct.
We operate in that level of the hertz spectrum.
And so if you are on your machine and you have I have a 75. If I have the machine turned all the way up, then would that actually be 60 hertz, or would it be less than that?
The hertz is the speed of the clicking or the signal. So when the machine is, now on the Semi 5, let me think that through here for a second. Yes, the higher signal actually would be a lower hertz because it's only clicking once or twice a second. Whereas when it's on low, it might be clicking 50 times a second. And at those lower settings. And so that's it. The hertz that we talk about is the delivery that is done. It's not like a radio station where you turn frequency to a specific setting and then you get a radio station. Ours, the hertz and our frequency and hertz are basically the same. The number of times it clicks. So if someone says they want something delivered at 10 hertz, then you're going to turn the machine down a little bit where you're delivering it at whatever that particular level, 2 or 3, however many clicks it delivers in a second.
So the clicks, when it is a lower hertz, the clicks are going to be farther apart?
When it's a lower hertz, the clicks are going to be farther apart. That is correct.
But yet, it is still a radio frequency, isn't it?
Well, no, it is not a radio frequency. It's in a different spectrum than where radio frequencies are. The main thing that we need to worry about with our equipment when we test it and upgrade it is that it doesn't interfere with radio frequencies. We don't want it to interfere with other frequencies, medical equipment, radio, TV, so on and so forth. So, you know, in the strictest sense, it is a frequency, but it is not a dialed to frequency that you like 103.5. It's not like that. It is a frequency of delivery.
But it's not a sonar frequency.
Sonar. I've never thought of it as a sonar type of frequency. It is a magnetic field that's generated from the coil that will penetrate into the body and serve to reduce inflammation. Sonar, like a radar or anything like that, no.
Okay. All right, well, I guess I'll hang up so I can hear what you're saying with other conversations.
There you go. Well, thank you for calling. Send an email to support@MagnaWave PMF, and we'll send you some gear.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Michelle.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Great questions. How do I set up my Facebook account? Do I need another to open up another account, or can I use my regular Facebook account? Okay, let's see what we got here.
Hello.
Hello, Pat Zemer here with MagnaWave.
Hi, yes. Did you get my message?
I did. I see your message about setting up your Facebook account.
Yes.
So you want to have a Facebook page, and then you have your own profile. And
that's correct.
And a page.
I do, and I'm certified practitioner, so I want to go from there.
Sure. What I would do, the best way to proceed with that would be to call the office, and you want to speak with probably, you might want to start with Teresa, who can talk about what you need to do, and then she can direct you to the right place to help you get the page set up and to make sure that you got all the information you need, and then it looks professional, so on and so forth.
Okay, well, thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's what I'm needing. All right, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
So, and certainly we want to help you with any of that. Alane has business building classes that she conducts. We have our marketing department with Chris and Chris and Tony, who can help with layouts, logos, all of those types of things, whatever it is that you may need or that you want for your Facebook, and Instagram is a big place to be, and LinkedIn, various places that you want to go to have the good authority, because believe me, people will look. You'll go introduce yourself to someone and they'll say, great, what do you do? And you'll tell them, and then you leave, and the first thing they do is they look for your website or they look for your Facebook page to substantiate your authority, to substantiate your credibility that you're projecting to these folks. And that's what I always talk about. You need to say it to yourself enough. You need to talk to yourself and understand exactly what it is we're doing. So when you talk with somebody, they can see that you believe and that you adhere to what you're talking about. And so that'll give them better confidence in utilizing the equipment and having you provide the treatments for them that they're looking for. Okay, let's see. I noticed that the MagnaWave app, okay, let me come back to two things here. Alane will be with us here in just a couple of moments. All right, I've noticed that the MagnaWave app that there are protocols no longer state to double the time with the semi. Has the protocol been changed? Well, we talked about that when the semi first came out. People said, okay, it's a weaker machine, so what's the best way for me to use it? And it was just easy to say, if you'd like to double the time, if you treat for 5 minutes with a more powerful machine, you might want to treat for 10 minutes with the semi machine. Now, but here's where the difference if you run your higher powered machine at a lower setting for 5 minutes and you put the semi on at a moderate setting, you're very close to where you might be with the more powerful machine. So there's really no reason to think about doubling the treatment time, or that you have to necessarily double the treatment time. It's just that on the larger, more powerful machines, the Macs, the Pulse Pros, those particular devices, they are stronger. So you don't need to go as long with those machines as you might with a less powerful device. It's really kind of tough to wrap your head around that, but I've had people understand that a high setting on the semi devices is a moderate setting on the Max devices and the Pulse Pro devices and the Maya machine, which means they're about the same at those types of settings. So if someone runs their Maya or their Max machine at a moderate setting most of the time, only turning it up real high when they do feet and ankles and knees and those types of things, which certainly on a semi 5 machine, when they're turning it up high, in order for you to get that same energy, you need to go longer. So the only time you really need to worry about going longer with those devices is when you would be turning the higher power devices up to a higher power for a short period of time. On the lower machines, you turn them up to where they go for a little longer period of time, to put the same amount of energy in that someone with a more powerful machine is putting in a faster period of time. Now, when you're working on abscesses and those type situations where you want something to really happen and they go higher, then you have to do that as they go higher on those devices. With more power. I hope that helps. It's a little tough to wrap your head around it sometimes, but that is the case. Let's see, can you plug the Brain Tap into the Oasis mat? Yes, the Oasis mat will work with the Brain Tap headsets, and you can do that and to get the continuation and the vibration that you might be looking for with that. Okay, so Alane's going to be joining us here in just a couple of minutes, and I see that she's not yet in the background, but she will be. Let's see if we have any other questions while we're waiting for her. Joanne's with us. Hello. Julie's with us. Thank you for joining us. Grand Performance Solutions is here this morning, and we're glad that you're here, and we hope you're enjoying the questions that we're answering and going forward. So we're still kind of looking for Alane to show up here. I don't want to get too far into something and then have to stop if she comes in, and she is, to visit with us. So it's always fun to get a chance to talk with Alane here, and because I'm not in Louisville, I'm in a different location, and let's just say 75 and sunny, if that works. I call people up and say that. Aaron's answering some questions. Thank you, Aaron, for getting a little deeper into the questions that folks are asking in the chat box, and you can do that and certainly have reference to what is being discussed there. So certainly Lane's going to be bringing us some information about MagnaCon, which is coming up in June. If you want to join us, we look forward to you joining us and coming to Louisville. At this point, we're on for that to happen, and we're certainly looking forward to that taking place, getting a live event again this year. Depending on how many people come, the hotel can accommodate in a safe type of arrangement, I think 300 or 400 people very safely in the room, spread out accordingly. And certainly when we do live demonstrations, in many cases we're outside with the animals that we'll be doing with, the large animals, the horses, the small animals, the whole 9 yards, that we do the live demonstrations and the live training, hands-on types of questions at MagnaCon. So we're really really going to work to have it happen in the environment that we're looking for. And let's see here. Alane sent a message. Alane said, "Let's go." So we're ready. She just needs to join us. Will there be better training on the LZR? Yes, Katie, I'm working with Dr. Turchin to have more education and more training on the LZR as we go deeper into that. More sports-related training, how you can use it effectively on animals and so forth. Chris, you want to check and see? Call Alane via voice. Oh, hold on. Let me do that. Okay, let me get out of this. All right. Via voice. Let me see. Now I got to remember her number. Here, I can do it on this phone. That's what I'll do. We'll just do it on this telephone.
Hey, Dad, I'm in there now. I got my camera up.
Oh, there you are.
I can't hear you without reading.
Emily's going to talk to me. Yep, there we go.
Oh.
That's what happens.
Okay. Well, that's because I had you on my phone at the same time, and I turned that off. But we're good. Good morning. Hello. Are you there?
Hey. Hey. Okay, so it's a little difficult for me to hear you because I don't have like a sophisticated earpiece in where we're talking through a actual, green room like we used to do when I was a television producer, but I can. Emily's here with me, and Tony's running camera, so we are we've got it all set up so that I can show everybody everything. And Dad, Emily's going to ask me questions that you ask her, correct? Yeah. So anything that you want to ask me, we'll go through her, and then she can also do the sound, I think, a little bit later so we can chat. But I'm really excited to be here to show, and Dad, you and I have talked about this a little bit. We have two really great things that we're launching today. The first one is we are doing MagnaCon 2021 in person, June 9th, 10th, and 11th. I'm super excited about it. I love MagnaCon. If you are interested in purchasing a machine, if you're interested in learning more about MagnaWave, or you're a certified practitioner, even if you've been doing it 5 years, come to MagnaCon. We have an entire new lineup of speakers, new clinical trials to share with you, lots of studies, motivational speakers, new products. It's going to be amazing. Now, that's in-person tickets are for sale right now on magnacon.com. We'll share that link in the comments so you can get those in-person tickets. We also are going to have a virtual option for those that cannot make it. So you won't get to be involved. We give away thousands of dollars worth of equipment and attachments and marketing help. We give that away at the event for those in person. But if you would like to watch all of the educational videos and really check into what's happening and really take part but not be able to be there, you can do that today. Starting today for $150, you could get that virtual ticket to be able to watch all of those videos in real time. So that will be, you'll be able to get in the app and interact with people who are also at MagnaCon. So that's great. But you will not be able to be at the party that we have on Friday night. That is awesome and fun and a great way to network, and we give away thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And you won't be able to go with us to Churchill Downs, where we sit on Millionaires Row and just really get to know each other, have a great time. So, but you will get the education part of it. So today in the comments, you could get your ticket. And the reason you should get your ticket today, or at least by the end of January, is that we're launching a new product right now. Drum roll, please. And it is the foldable full body travel mat. So Tony's going to zoom out there. And so this is actually a full body MagnaWave mat. Okay. So it connects to 2 plug machines only. So if you have a twist plug or a legacy plug machine, we are working to get you a solution and get one of those set up. But right now we have these available for 2 plug machines only. I have been testing this for a while now. We have made some changes. It's awesome. We have 10 of them in stock. So if you purchase today, you can actually get it if you are those first 10 people. After that, we are building them. They're being built, after ordering. So it's about a 2-week wait as we build up stock. But if you want one of these, they're amazing. So are we good for me to go through this? Okay, great. So it has this really cool, and I love this. This comes with it. This really cool strap right here. that you can easily use. And what this is this is a strap you can use for anything, right? But it also will secure the full body mat to a chair or a massage table. So I love that. So I'm going to put that over here. And then I'm going to pull it out for you and place it on the chair. So this part right here is the pillow. So if you wanted to use this on a couch, you could. Or if you want to use it in a chair, you can simply do it like this. And the cool thing is so this is now outfitted for a chair. But you see it still has this pillow, so you could lay this flat on a floor. You can lay this on a couch. You could put this really anywhere. This part of the mat does not have any PMF in it at all. So if you have somebody maybe has sensitive teeth or they don't, when you're treating anybody who's used PMF or especially high power PMF, your body, your shoulders, your, stomach, your legs, they take a higher signal than the head does, So this just ensures comfort for anybody using it. If you're one of our people who've participated in the brain tap, you won't have to really worry about that brain tap being interfered, okay? So if you have it in a chair, you can simply fold it back. And then I'm going to use this cool strap, and I can simply wrap it around. Whoop. Let's get that logo right. So is that right? Probably not, but it's fine. All right, so we got it on here. So now I can actually adjust this to fit any chair. So it actually keeps it in place so that my customers are comfortable, you're comfortable, and you're able to not worry about it sliding out of a chair or off a massage table. You don't want that to happen. Okay, so that's there. Now I'm going to plug it into my Julian machine here. And again, this is for 2 plug machines only at this time. And the reason for that, I do want to say anybody that's not happy with that, is because the resistance on this mat, the bigger you make a treatment area, the higher the resistance is. So if you have a semi-5 Duo, or even a Soul or a Spiro Go, you're not going to feel it like you would feel it in a typical Mag Energy mat. There's a reason that we kept those mats at 18 by 23, because anything above that size, it's really hard for the magnetic field to stretch that out everywhere. So I do want you to keep that in mind, that the lower powered machines, it's not going to feel the same. But let me tell you what, with a Julian Pulse Pro, Julian Duo Maya Max, any of those machines, you are really going to feel this. And if you have a Spiro Go or a Soul, which are 2 plug machines, you can still get this. I mean, this is just as good as like a Beamer mat or something like that, full body mat. In that course, with those machines, it's more like that. You don't feel it as much as you would with the higher powered machine, but that doesn't mean it's not working. Okay, because there's lots of PMF out there that's low power that works. So I encourage you, if you really want this full body option, you could get it, and it's travel. So we do have full body larger mats that have vibration, like the Wave Oasis. We have the Vibration Oasis that is just vibration, no PMF. So you have all of that, but this is for those of you who are on the go, right? And you could even put a dog, you could put a cat on here, you could put anybody on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So this is set at 30 minutes. And there it is. And so if you had a footrest, you could have that footrest out and easily, continue to treat. So we have the Payong chair that we sell that you could use for that. It would fit nicely in there. You could also lay this on any type of couch, on the floor. I mean, that's what my kids are using it for. They will go ahead and just lay it out and relax on it. So should I go sit? Can you get me to get in?
Sure,
Okay. All right, so I'm going to get in. Oh my God, I love it. It's amazing. Like, I'm able to get, if you're at home and you're really looking for that full body, this is a great option for the 2 plug machines especially. And what I really like is that, and what people need to understand is that I am really feeling it right here in my stomach area because it's soft tissue. You're always going to feel the signal more in those soft tissue areas. But I don't feel it as much at my feet right now, and that's because it's a bonier, less soft tissue, and I'm sure my dad, Pat, can talk more about, why that is and why people don't feel it as much in those areas. But we also include with this, we have the strap, which is the travel strap, and can be used to secure the actual piece of the mat to a chair or a massage table. But we also have a tweeter that will come with it. That's what we call the tweeter. And it will actually, you put it along the different mats and you'll be able to hear the magnetic field and know that it's working wherever it is. And if I were to flip this around, and lay on any portion of this at any time, I would get the same amount of MagnaWave in each section. So I'm excited about this. This is for sale right now. Like, you guys are the first people to hear about it. You can purchase it right now. We'll put the link in the description. If you are a certified practitioner, log into MagnaWavePMF.com to your practitioner portal. You can purchase it there with your discount. If you are new and you are not certified yet, you can, or you have never gotten certification, you can purchase it through the link. So it is available to ship. We have 10 of them available to ship today. We have more in production. So if you aren't those first 10, then it'll be about a 2 to 4 week waiting. We're hoping to be quicker than that as we build up production. But I'm really excited. This is amazing for tube plug machines. This is something that nobody else has, because you really have the availability to have a full body relaxation session on the go. So I'm sure my dad has something to add to. I don't know if my dad wants to add anything to it.
No, it's very good presentation. Just to kind of go over what you were talking about, the where you feel it more in your back than you do on your knees or your ankles on that full body.
I can really feel it.
That's simply because of the amount of, as she pointed out, the amount of tissue. So you can always turn your machine higher on your knees and ankles and feet than you do on your upper body. But so that's the only difference. But you're still getting the energy into your legs and your feet. There you go. She's got it burned up.
Volume is loud on our side.
Am I yelling?
Yeah, you're on. Can you hear?
I'll let you know.
So I don't know if they, okay, so it's me, and they're busy treating and going on with that. Thank you, Alane, for that part of the presentation. Does she have anything else that she needs for us, Chris? I don't know if she has something that she wants to add. We can go back to her. We can certainly do that, but I'm glad to be here. Great presentation. You can also, we've played a little bit with this. Some people might want to take this and lay it across the back of a horse. It's flexible like that, so you will get some flexibility. You can use that strap to hold it in place along the top line of the horse. It's going to be a little bulky, but you could certainly do that. She was really right. You could treat 2 dogs if you're using the same setting. They could sit on the 2 different mats, or certainly a larger animal or your cat, whatever the situation may be, if you wanted to use it for treating small animals. And so very, very effective. It's very portable. I mean, it just folds right up. You can throw it right in your trunk, right in your back seat of your car. Very light. So it really changes the game as far as your portability. What you do, I was muted. How long was I muted? Did you hear anything I said? Well, now I don't know where Alane's at.
I'm here.
Were you able to hear me, or was I muted?
You were muted for a little bit. You were talking about the travel.
Yeah, it's just incredible to be able to travel with this device. I think I also said that you could put it along the top line of a horse, use that strap to hold it on an animal. You could, as I also said, I don't know where I lost my mute. I guess I'm just punching around here and turning things off. And but you can certainly use it in that fashion. Put it in your house. As I was saying, you can go to someone's barn, treat the trainer in their office, on their couch, go out and treat the horses, and everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's great. We have some questions. So Sherry Strain Freeman asks, so will the full body mat work just as well with the sole as the Julian, or would it need longer treatment times? Sherry, you would treat it just like you would any other attachment. With the sole, depending on that person, some people, you just wouldn't feel it. So the treatment times may need to be increased, right, Dad, for the sole if somebody, depending on the issue. But a lot of times you wouldn't. It really depends on how the person's feeling and what feedback they're giving you. But the main difference between the sole and the Julian is that you can't turn it up. The sole gets to a point where now I can feel it, but for example, our sales director on the sole, he cannot feel it all the way up. So really, it really differs. So we want to make sure that we're explaining that to you. With the Julian, the Pulse Pro, the Max, the Maya, Julian Duo, you're going to be able to turn it up that you could feel it, right, Dad?
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so Becky Rest says, do you say there's a practitioner discount on the mat if we order it now through the practitioner portal? Yes, Becky. Right now, it's $2,400 if you purchase it here, and then you get your discount if you go through the portal. So it's right under that amount, right under $2,000 for those who are certified practitioners. So you will get it. Again, I have 10 of them in stock. We are working on ramping up production, but I'm really excited about this. I think that it's something the market needs. I think you all be excited. I actually was able to put my dog and my cat on 2 different areas. They do like each other, Gracie and Ella. So I was able to work with both of them at the same time. So I like that. It's not as wide as our Wave Oasis or our Vibration Oasis mats. It is thinner, but you get, because it's travel, right? It's travel. It really is an excellent addition to anybody who wants to really be on the go and use it for anything.
There you go. Carly asked a question. I think it said it will work with the sole, but not as well. Again, you need to take, for example, the sole in the right application can produce upwards of 3,000 Gauss. And so when you put this large mat on it, you're going to get less Gauss at delivery. But let's just say you get, just for conversation's sake, let's say you get 750 Gauss and the beamers are operating at 35 Gauss. You're getting 10, 15 times more energy still using the sole than you get with some of the lower power devices that are out there that are considered low power devices. And so the difference is between the sole and the Pulse Pro is you don't feel it as much. It doesn't mean that it's not working as well. It's working. It's just not going to be felt to the same level that you feel the Pulse Pro, the Maya, or the Max, but it is providing the energy. It'll work very rapidly. I have a friend here. I'm doing a demo and a trial on a gentleman here and where I live now, or where I'm living right this minute. And he had rotator cuff surgery, and he was in a lot of pain. He's going into therapy, so he has a lot of pain after his therapy. He's using the Spiro Go on his arm, and he told me that he loves how it makes him feel, and it's a lower power machine in our line. So they'll still work just as well, just maybe you don't feel it the same way.
Yeah, and that's a big difference for people. Like, I think, for example, if you are treating horses and you have like the large or extra large wave wings, and you will see movement on the horse a little bit with the Spiro Go and the Sole and the Semi 5, you could see some movement, right? But sometimes if you were to put those same wings on like a backpack, you may not feel it. That doesn't mean it's not working. Low power PMF works. It's all about time. A lot of times with the lower power mats and full body mats, they say 10 to 12 sessions before. And so that's, spread out over a week or 2 weeks where you start until you're going to really start feeling. Where even with the Sole, if you were to use this, you're talking 1 to 2 sessions to get that same amount of magnetic field to oxygenate the blood on this mat. So I really think it's just about training your brain and training your customer's brain and your family's brain to set that expectation that when you spread out the resistance of the magnetic field, it lessens the strength. That's why sometimes when you have a butterfly loop or a large loop, those smaller circles, you're going to really feel more because it's the same amount in a smaller area, if that makes sense to people.
Gwendolyn asked a question, do you have a picture of the inside of the mat so we know if it is small coils or large coils in the mat? Well, the way the mat is made, it's called Archimedes. It's an Archimedes coil that starts small, kind of like a watch coil that you've seen, starts small and circles out. So every place we create a circle, we create a coil. And so there'll be several of those circles in that mat as it spreads. It would be, and we could do that, Alane or Chris, we could get a mat and so we can show the people.
You just draw on it. I mean, it's just a swirl all the way around to the outside of the mat. So it's that square that you're sitting on, that's the coil. That's the size of the coil right there. And we are putting the tweeter with it. So if for some reason somebody's like, I can't feel it on my legs, you can actually put that tweeter and go all the way down and you'll be able to hear that magnetic field.
Correct. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Let's see. So it's a combination of small coils growing to a large coil in the mat.
Okay. So we got the portability factor looks awesome from Grand Performance Solutions. And that's where we really are with this. Like if you are treating animals on the go, if you are wanting to treat yourself in your house, like for me, I have 3 kids, a husband, a dog, a cat. It's really difficult to have like the Wave Oasis or the Vibration Oasis out all the time, right? So since it's not at my office where I do sessions, MagnaWave sessions, that's great. It can stay out. I use it all the time, constantly. But when it's, actually at my home, I love the fact that I can set this out on the couch, lay down on it, even lay it on the floor, put my dog, put my cat on it, use this mat to really get use the MagnaWave, and then just fold it up and put that strap around and put it in the closet, which is just something that is not out there in high power PMF right now.
Correct. So portability is certainly the key for those of you who have clients on the road or that you visit. Most certainly. Yes.
And we're giving one of these away today. So if you want to purchase your MagnaCon ticket, or if you've already purchased your MagnaCon ticket, in-person MagnaCon for 2021, you are already entered to win. If you are wanting to purchase for the virtual option, which again, you can buy today, it's $150, or the in-person option at MagnaCon.com, or we'll put the links here in the comments. If you purchase today through the end of January, so February 1st, it's over. We're going to pull one name from those people who've already purchased to win this travel mat. Now, Dad, what do you think about how much do you think we love to give away and have fun at MagnaCon?
We love to give things away at MagnaCon, and we give away a lot of value at MagnaCon.
Yeah, we have too much fun. Yeah. My mom is
more than one machine.
Yeah, we've given away more than one machine. That's right. We have given away a machine, sometimes 2 if Pat's in the right mood. And I danced so much last year with the band that I broke my high heel. That is a fact.
You're talking about the last live one, the last live MagnaCon.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't dance so crazily at the virtual MagnaCon that I broke my high heel. But the last live MagnaCon, and I just cannot tell you all, virtual is great if there is no way you can make it or you're worried about, any other conditions. But let me tell you, if you are trying to build a business, if you are trying to really understand this, if you want to learn and really get a passion, like a renewed passion and understanding, and feel I like to call it the energy that what we put off here at MagnaWave and the positivity, then MagnaCon is where you need to be. If you are feeling frustrated or you don't know where to start, or you're really just kind of wishy-washy, like I really encourage you to come, because you're going to meet so many cool people and you're going to learn so much. Plus you get me and my dad, even though we don't know where he's living right now, because he said where he's living, but you get him, he'll be there. And he brings the MagnaWave Express, which is why he doesn't know where he's living, because he's always traveling. But wherever he is, he brings his MagnaWave Express and he's on the road. So I really think it's just a great opportunity. We're doing livestock, human and horse sessions live. So we are actually bringing livestock, actually bringing horses to the hotel. We've done this every year, where we do treatments and we talk to you and answer your questions and show you live how to do a session where you can, Q&A. Then we take you to Churchill Downs. And all of that's included in the $400 ticket price. Like 1 meal a day is included, plus Churchill Downs, dinner at Churchill Downs. It's just an excellent opportunity to come meet like-minded people, learn a lot, and really grow in what your goal is. Even if it's not just PMF, like not just MagnaWave. We'll have LZR, we'll have red light representation from the LZR. Brain tap people will be there. We'll have the corporate brain tap will be there. So if you want to learn more about that, we'll have Dr. Deweese with the Vibration Oasis. We'll have the Vox Sox, one of the vice presidents for the Vox Sox will be there. So there's just a lot of really complementary modalities.
Hey, Alane, is it on the website that they can go and have a look at this mat on the website?
Yes. So it is on MagnaWavePMF.com. It is on the website. You can pre-order is what it says, because we only have 10, and I don't want to promise you that you're getting one of those 10. So you could pre-order. It should be under attachments or full body mats. I don't really, right there. If you go to products, it should be there. And then also in the practitioner portal, if you are a practitioner, please log into the website. You will see it there as well for you to get your discount.
So Diana knows where I am. She just
Diana's in West Palm, Florida. Way to blow it, Diana. I'm just kidding. It's not a secret. Okay. So Gwendolyn asked, what's the MagnaCon theme this year? So the dance portion is MagnaWave. So we will have full Halloween costumes get up to win prizes. I already have my Halloween costume. So we are basically bringing Halloween to June. And we are doing the more outrageous Halloween costume, especially if you incorporate MagnaWave into the Halloween costume. We will be giving away prizes just for that. So we're having a thriller themed Halloween night. Let's see.
She says it's on the website, but doesn't act like the order will go through, from Becky.
Okay, Becky, well, I don't know what's happening, but it will go through. If you process the order, it should definitely go through. We'll let Stephanie know to take a look at it, but I'll also be posting a link on our website, on our social media, and in the certified group today. If you have an issue, we'd be happy to address it. But if you purchase, we have 10 of them going out today. And again, we are building them to order. So based on demand, we will get them out. So we're saying 2 to 4 weeks because we want to set the expectation, but we try to fulfill quicker than that. So, Dad, you've been using the full body mat. What do you think of it when you're using it? What are your favorite things?
I love it. I mean, my situation personally is that I had a prostate issue, and I fell recently and hyperextended my hamstring, and then of course I always try to work on my upper shoulders and head for just age related kind of things. So I'm able to do all that at one time on the Mag Energy mat, and I love that. And I can do it in a quicker period of time and cover multiple areas, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full body Mag Energy mat. It's travel. It folds up. It comes with that strap, which you can use for anything with the mat. I just am really excited about this. I mean, this is something we've been working on for a while. We've been really wanting to do this for over a year now. And we've been, different iterations because there's something to be said about having that larger area to do sessions for animals and people. It just really is. There's nothing else like it.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, it's going to be MagnaWave Halloween, so that'll be fun in June.
Oh, we got another question real quick, Dad. Gwendolyn asked, if you go to MagnaCon, can you still look at line on videos after June? Yes. So if you go to MagnaCon, if you don't go to if you do go, or if you don't go, we do have an option for you to purchase recordings. It's the same price as watching it live. But if you went to MagnaCon, you will get all of those recordings for free. So you will get access to those in the same portal that you do your education there in Kajabi. All of that is accessed in the practitioner portal. So that will be, some of those will be used for our continuing education. And in terms of certification, we have a lot of really cool stuff coming out in 2021. We have 2 new certification programs for a higher level and a lower level than what we offer now. So we've got some really exciting things coming this year. We have 2 other new attachments for livestock. So all of that we will be talking about in MagnaCon. So if you really want to get involved, there's some really great options coming this year.
Also, just as a little side note, the Association of PEMF Professionals, PEMFprofessionals.com, is available for you. It's a great place to meet and help us further the research. All PEMF people around the country can help that by being members, so we can do more research for high-powered PEMF and better the education process.
Look, I am all for the AOPP. I mean, if you haven't seen it, please check it out on Facebook and go to PEMFprofessionals.com. They have an entire certification program that is not machine specific like ours is, but it's actually PEMF specific. And you may say, why are you pushing another certification program? I'm going to tell you why right now. Because I believe in the mission that Dr. Jerry Dreesen, really set up and where he's going with it. The idea is that the more that everybody knows about PEMF, the better the industry is going to be. So Dad and I both believe that, and we really think everybody should be educated. Unfortunately, not all PEMF companies are created equal, and they don't educate their people as well as I like to think we do. So if you are one of our practitioners, and you want to learn more, it's there. Their continuing education is amazing. I think Dr. Jerry told me the other day something about how to approach a chiropractor or a medical professional as part of their education. That's some really cool information. Also, I noticed Dr. Jerry actually got someone to help him with this, a vice president, if you will, Lauren, and she has been really great. They've been working together and sending me really great information. So if you just want more on top of what you're, even if you don't have a machine yet, let's say you don't have a MagnaWave, and you're just interested in PMF, go take the certification, go join and learn, because this is just a really great resource for people to find legitimate PMF information. And they're giving away on their Facebook page. I saw this the other day, Dad. They're giving away, they're not giving away any of our equipment, but they're giving away other company equipment that have, they've been using for testing. So, if you want a smaller or you want to check out that, I mean, I saw what Dr. Jerry and Lauren were giving away, and it's some pretty nice stuff that they're doing there for interaction on their Facebook group. So again, what?
Yeah, it comes down to that competition thing. This is not about competition with the AOPP. It's about expanding our authority and expanding the PEMF industry in a more regulated, understood type of fashion.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. I mean, I talk about this in my business builder class. MagnaWave, we think of ourselves as not competition. We think of ourselves as community. And I would love for that to, expand for all of the PMF companies, that this isn't competition. This is a community of people who believe in this modality, and who believe in the wellness options that should be available to everybody. And that's PMF. So that's why we wholeheartedly support the Association of PMF Professionals. We were, to be completely transparent, we were one of the first companies to join on with AOPP because we believed the mission and where they were going. Since then, there's more distributors, more manufacturers, and we're excited about working with those people and learning more about their devices and really just growing the education, because there's a lot of people who have no clue what PMF is. And this is, we really want to bring this and help as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay. Right. Sandra Stell says she's having a little trouble getting into the portal. So maybe someone can reach out to Sandra and make sure she gets into the portal. All right.
Yeah, Sandra will do that. If you haven't, you might want to try to reset your password right there underneath the login. If that doesn't work, we'll go ahead and have somebody reach out to you right after this webinar.
She wants Shars wants to know the site for the Association of PMF Professionals is pemfprofessionals.com. Isn't that correct, Alane?
That is correct. And their hashtag is PMF Pro, hashtag PMF Pro if you search that. Or you can go to Facebook and search the Association of PMF Professionals and find their Facebook page. But they're working on some really exciting stuff that I've heard through the grapevine. And I'm just happy to be one of the first people to be involved with such a great organization, because this is what our community needs. So it's pemfprofessionals.com.
Perfect. Somebody reach out to Sandra, so make sure she can get into the portal. Ladies and gentlemen, Alane, thank you for being with us. Chris, thank you for your help. Emily, Aaron, everybody, Teresa that was helping with the program today, thank you very much. We'll be back with you again next Tuesday for more questions, more answers, and more helping you build your authority as a PEMF professional and a MagnaWave practitioner. Thank you for joining me. Wave on to better health and happiness and well-being. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining me on CastBox as well. Have a great one.